So you see how our team is like quite spread here?
Yeah.
And you would be a core piece on the left side here. Anyone that pushes in here, you're controlling them with a hack if they're not looking at you, or you're just going to be farming them with Yeah, the problem with this position here is you're not using any cover. You're a little too close, and you're exposed to a position where you can get hacked. And so think more so in terms about which position your team is controlling here. Your team is controlling the point. Our team is controlling the point. What position can I get myself where I have a good angle to farm EMP and create an off angle? You could be left side here if you wanted to, but you could be right side here if you wanted to, but I think left side is probably a little bit better, somewhere like this or here.
Mm-hmm.
So where is your translocator right now?
On the mini left top, quite far behind, where the moving platforms. Yeah, exactly.
What the hell? So, alright, so a couple of things when you're playing Sombra here. Your job is to farm EMP as fast as possible. I want you to speed run EMP. That's what I want you to do, okay?
Alright.
So basically, your job is to get in, farm some EMP, get out, but your translocator spot needs to be in the closest position possible where you can just get right back into the fight. So for example, if our core is playing here, a good spot where you could throw it for your translocator would be just here. Right? Because then you can come straight back to the fight and continue farming this EMP.
Alright, yeah.
Right now you should be farming already. You should be here farming. Maybe you can be here farming. Just try and get in positions where you can farm. You can farm your EMP as fast as possible. And so I'd want to see you farming in here, like being obnoxious. The thing is though, as Sombra, I'm not going to be going behind like this, right? Because if I'm behind, this is where I can get slept, this is where I can get naded, this is where I can get CC'd. I want to play in like really annoying distances where I can just poke away and farm my EMP. So maybe what you could actually do here is this. Now this I guess goes against what I said, but you could actually position up top here, because from here, do you see the difference? Is I'm LOSing this Ana, so I'm LOSing anyone that can CC me.
Oh, alright, yeah. But for this, I have already some questions.
Yeah.
The first one is David wants to join.
Oh, sure.
And second is do I try to farm EMP against every comp or every different type of comp, or is it just against double bubble
Against
the main
every
objective
comp.
to farm?
Against every comp.
Alright.
Yeah, this competition is all about farming ults. So once we get ults online, that's where we are going to start, you know, snowballing and kind of finding momentum. What's up, David?
Muted.
I think you can look for hacks. Hacks are good, but my only problem is right now you should already have like 15-20% on EMP. So don't worry about looking for hacks. Don't worry about looking for hacks. Just look to farm your EMP. I like your angle over here because this means that when the enemies are pushing in, they have to deal with this angle. So you could even just play this angle here where you're just farming anyone that's walking in main. Or you could use this kind of corner here and kind of farm from here. But yeah, I like these angles here. And we see the problem here with this, right? Like you're spending too long coming back. And so it's all about speed running this EMP. And so you pick the positions with your EMP where you're gonna with your translocator where you can position it close, get healings from the team. Maybe you could even position it inside here, but maybe in here it's a little too risky because they can see it. I think positioning it with your team is also good because they can kind of defend it from here as well. And their Sombra, I mean, their Sombra can still break this, but I think from here, as long as you're hiding it with the team, you can kind of come in, farm quickly, come out, go back in for a translocator, like and farm your EMP as ASAP.
Alright, because well, I was in your Twitch when you were talking about double bubble, and the things about the hacks was exactly like that, because in a team we were like talking about their hacks are like win condition.
Yeah.
but so I really have to think about getting this EMP up.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that hacks are not good, but I'm saying that focus more on farming the EMP. Like, if you want to look for a hack, it should be on a target where we can farm EMP quicker off of them. That being said, if a Winston jumps in, you can get a free hack on him and we can get a win condition there, then that's great. But right now, I wanted to see you focusing on farming EMP. Positioning wise, whenever you're playing the Sombra, you need to be aware of, okay, what CC do they have, right? Because CC is the counter to you when you're playing the Sombra. So the Ana Sleep is a counter. The Brig Bash is a counter. The Sombra hack is a counter. These are all ways of their Sombra stopping you and getting you out of your... obviously punishing you, right? For being out of position.
Yeah.
So we've gotten some good farm here. If I were to be picky... I mean, this position was good initially. But what you need to be aware of here is, like, you always need to be ready to pressure your Translocator anytime. So when you hear this, you have to, like, when you're in, you gotta always be on edge. Don't ever feel comfortable when you're in. Because this can happen at any time. So you need to be always on edge whenever you're in. Like, fuck, is Sombra behind me? Is Ana behind me? Where the hell are my threats? And then if you hear any sound like a sleep, a hack, ready to press it.
I got a TP out. Alright.
I like that you're using this truck to LOS, but yeah, I think the hack was the main problem. And what you could maybe do here instead of positioning there is maybe position somewhere over here, because at least from here you can get a lot more pressure down. You at least, it's harder for the Sombra. The Sombra is less likely to be behind you from that position. But from here, you know, the Sombra can come behind the truck, the Ana can come behind the truck.
That's where all enemies can come from. Okay.
Yep. The other way that you can play a Sombra, actually, I think what you did there is good. Alright, so I think first point's probably gone. Yeah, we're not winning this.
Yeah.
We do have EMP though. You have more EMP. You have an EMP quicker than their Sombra. Okay, good. We hacked this pack. Okay, you should. If you wanna use mobility, like, you should always pretty much be invis. Right now you have no invis. As soon as we get invis, press the invis. Because you're just a lot faster when you're doing that as well.
Yeah.
All right, EMP. The EMP is one of the win conditions for us, right? Like, we have EMP. We want to be going aggressive with EMP. So.
Yeah, I think I set up at the door because they were coming main, and I wanted to EMP, but we end up not needing it.
Okay, we go for a manual hack. David's huge. Alright.
I wanted to scout where they're going.
About your Translocator spot, I think I would much prefer your Translocator spots here.
With the Ana, okay.
Yeah, because Ana can heal you up right when you come back, so yeah, it's just a bit safer up here, I think.
Yeah, well, I somehow I play Sombra still,
or
like,
here,
I'm too scared. Okay.
Yeah, or here is fine, but here or here is, I think, is absolutely fine.
So always close to my healers if I put it with them.
You want to minimize downtime, basically.
Alright.
Okay. When you're going with EMP, you need to be very, very careful. I mean, right now there's no way they can know you're here, but what you could do here is already have been set up on top. Like, in this position, so that when they do come up, we can just go for this EMP.
Okay, yeah.
Because your position here, I guess from here, this is an okay position if they come main. But what the reason this position is much better is because from here you can play here, you can wait. If the enemy team comes from main, you can walk into position on the front and just look to drop with the EMP. If the enemy team comes up top, you can sit in this corner and we can communicate the engage. So I think this is a much better position. I like the idea with this position, but this one here, you're already ready in position if they come
So
both
like
of these
mine, right?
positions. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but he on the opposite side. I
Yeah,
guess.
he doesn't need to be here because from
Yeah.
here, this is where he might take a little bit of damage. So I would advise being over here, and then your team is going to call right if they're coming main, so you can reposition to the ledge here. But I think if they're coming top, you want to be waiting here already. And we just sit here, we keep waiting. Sorry, uncloaked you right there.
Yeah, she predicted it.
She knew I was there, dude.
So I put a big brain move on her.
Oh, you knew. When you're going with EMP though, you need to be careful of like if the enemy Ana or Brig is looking at you. This EMP was fine because the enemy Brig wasn't looking at you, but you do need to be careful. Because some Brigs are just absolutely cracked. They'll hear the voice line and they'll do like a 180 bash.
Alright, okay.
So this is good. We traded on 2CP, which is very good for us. Now, right now, we don't need this. We don't need this invis stuff. You can just start farming the Zarya. Like, yeah. Right now, you could just walk in through main, look for any targets, uninvis, try and farm.
And all over again, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the second EMP, the enemy Sombra farmed way faster than me.
Positioning wise, I want you to always be on like a slight off angle to the fight. So for example, initially you took a position over here on like the first attack of theirs. This was a good position because from here we can get hacks. I would also like this position inside here. This position here is also good. Maybe even the window up here, this is a good position because from here you can farm, you can farm, you can farm, and you're forcing the enemies to turn and look at you. Right now, even in this situation, maybe you can walk left, get away from this Winston, start farming over here. Yeah, I think it's actually fine for you to farm here. Like, you want to be farming early. Like, right now, we just want to get any extra bit of percentage we can. Basically, when we don't have EMP, we're in farming phase, and when we have EMP, we're in sneaky phase. Right now, we should be in farming phase, where we're just trying to get in position where we can farm. So you have a few options. You could be up here, just shooting. You get heals from your Ana. You could be over here. You could play for a sneaky farm. Like, right now, it's fine for you to go for like this off-angle farm because you have time to recall and get back into the fight, right? Like, this is just a farm where we can go forward, farm a little bit from here when they're walking past me, and then we just recall back to a position like this where we can come back, continue farming from here, continue farming. Again here, like we saw the Sombra go past us.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not realize. I didn't know.
Alright, okay. But even when you're in farming like this, you gotta be ready to recall at any time, because Sombra could always be behind you, ready to hack you. So always get your finger on that button ready if you do hear any sort of sound, like a hack sound. It's the only way you can avoid this, really. Positioning wise, I like your position there.
It did not show me that the Winston was hacked, but he got actually hacked. That was so scuffed.
Yeah, he did get hacked. think you're looking for hacks a little too much.
Yeah. Still, and even though I think I already improved it a bit, because when we started playing, I just tried to go for hex all the time.
Yeah. What I would recommend if I go back here, back a little bit more.
If I would have had my Translocator up with the Ana, it
Yeah,
would have
you'd
also been way
you'd be able
better.
to come from here and just continue farming. I think also here, like, I mean, this position isn't too bad. Again, like, this hack doesn't really have too much impact. I mean, it has a little bit of impact, but I think you just want to focus on farming here. Like, your job is to farm this ASAP.
Yeah.
You know, they're using rally, they have a lot of ults here.
And here, if I would have had my Translocator, I would have been able to go up and help the Ana earlier.
Yeah. Alright, let's get bad. Forgot about these 5-minute scrim breaks in between rounds.
Well, it's about the smokers. Always taking a break.
Oh my god, well, how long is this? Jesus. There we go. Okay. So instead of this, so this is what I'd like you to do a little bit different here on the attack. So, like I said, speed running EMP is the goal. So I'd probably throw down Translocator here, just walk in with my team and shoot the people who are showing to me. Shoot these people back. Shoot. Your job is to farm EMP ASAP here. So going in Viz, you're wasting a little bit of time with this.
Oh, alright.
We get a nice hack. This time we managed to get out. I would probably not put it so far back. I would probably come forward and maybe throw it inside here now.
Okay.
And then I'm pretty close to the fight. Alternatively, you can hold it a lot longer, run in, see where the team is, and maybe I'd throw it inside here, or maybe I'd throw it up top. Because it looks like we're kind of winning this pretty hard, based on how the team is positioned. Yep.
We should.
Oh. What you can also try and do is get yourself up in positions like where you have good, kind of like an off angle. Maybe this position here is good. Like we are controlling the point right now. So think about yourself as someone who can take an off angle, which is somewhat near the team. For example, right now the team is positioned around point. Azara is on right side. Winston's pushing in the main. A good position for you would be on left side here, because if anyone pushes out and tries to push the point, you have a good hack onto anyone that is not aware of you, and you can continue farming from here. So you see how our team is quite spread here.
Yeah.
And you would be a core piece on the left side here. Anyone that pushes in here, you're controlling them with a hack if they're not looking at you, or you're just going to be farming them with Yeah, the problem with this position here is you're not using any cover. You're a little too close, and you're exposed to a position where you can get hacked. And so think more so in terms about which position your team is controlling here. Your team is controlling the point. Our team is controlling the point. What position can I get myself where I have a good angle to farm EMP and create an off angle? You could be left side here if you wanted to, but you could be right side here if you wanted to, but I think left side is probably a little bit better, somewhere like this. Or here.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to get fancy, you get up top here, but the enemy Sombra is already here, and I think it would take too long to set up there.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
And again, you see that because our Translocator is so far away, we're back to the fight so slowly. And ultimately, it's costing us. Right there, you don't need to recall. You can just farm EMP. Like we said, your goal is to farm EMP. But right now, in between the fights, just go forward, farm. If Winston's here, farm. When you get forced out, get out. Rinse and repeat. Farm that EMP ASAP.
Alright. Gotta get in the mindset of farming.
Yep.
Farming only.
So this works. This works pretty nicely. So I mean, I guess against these teams that are playing this way, you can do this if it's working. But I think your EMP is going to be a stronger win condition throughout. Like if we look how slow both of the Sombras are farming, if you play the way I'm suggesting, you're going to have like 70 or 80 on EMP now already.
Alright, okay.
I mean, this is nice. It works out. We get a pick. Uh-oh. Oh, Winston.
He didn't wanna get hacked.
Ahorita regreso.
Here we go for the setup of the EMP. Then I called when the nano is over, I can EMP them.
Okay, so the plan was we engage with oh, okay, I see. So they're going with nano right now. We're waiting until the nanos run out.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a 6-man. Doesn't get much better than that when it comes to an EMP. I like your setup, I like your positioning. This is probably the best position you could be in for EMP. Come out. Timing is good, we hit all 6 of them. Yeah, this is perfect. And I like the Translocator spot as well. The Translocator is very close here, this is good. We're going to get right back into the fight here, right back into the mix.
Oh, but we still lose this fight because they used like 5 ultimates.
They use rally. This is very good for us. This is very, very good. We use EMP and rally. I mean, actually, it's not that great to be honest, but they used a lot basically. Like we're gonna have ults coming next fight. We're gonna have primal coming up soon. We're gonna have grav. We used EMP and we used rally, but we forced out 3 of their core ults. Like we forced out the brig, rally, the Sombra, EMP, and the grav. So next fight, we have a pretty good shot of winning here.
Yeah, we should have.
Now, what should we be doing?
Farming.
Yep.
That's why I engage here.
You should already be farming the Winston though. You should already be playing like somewhere like this, because you see where with this position here, we're zoning off anyone that's shooting from main, and we're able to shoot this Winston in the back, or the Zarya in the back.
All right.
Yeah, the problem is here we don't already have our Translocator set up. If we're gonna look to farm, early. What we can do is, you see the enemies pushing forward aggressively.
Put it here.
Throw it here.
Right.
Throw it in the corner. Get ready. Get in there. I would probably, yeah, like I said, uninvis somewhere like this where I can LOS these guys from main. This is a really, really important skill, like using the cover here, and I know you can do it, because you did it on first point. I'm just emphasizing it because it's very, very important. Oh, we got smushed. Is that the enemy Winston? Or our Winston? So we want to, we should, if our translocated spot is compromised, we want to just cancel it and set up another position. I think.
Okay, because I wanted to bait the tracer here with and maybe hacker.
Yeah, we get Sombra instead.
Yeah.
Oh, monk ass. Now, right now, I'm worried because you don't have a translocator set up. Oh, poor Winston. Okay, this is fine. Now what you need to do here is just stay with the team. Get a translocator spot set up and just stay with the team and shoot. Attack. Juicy EMP.
Not have to teleport it out there.
Yeah. I don't think so. We're still full. And again, that's not a situation where we want to be looking for a hack. We just want to be looking to farm EMP ASAP there. We're so dead.
Always leave yourself a back.
Hey, it's a pretty huge EMP. Where's your translocator set up?
Way far behind. Here in this corner, right? Right side.
Oh, okay.
There.
So again, I like you. I like your spot you had up here. I think you come up here again. It's a really nice spot.
There it just used the EMP because I saw the brick falling down and being really low, and our monkey is aggressing. That was when I decided, okay, it's maybe a good opportunity for the EMP, and we can finish the brick and keep the momentum maybe.
Actually, no, this is a good EMP. You're right. This is a good EMP. The only thing I think you should do here is like we miss a small detail here with what happened. So we look. You see that?
Oh yeah, the Sombra Translocator.
So if we see
right?
that, we just want to get out instantly. Like you want to get the hell out. You tried to hide behind the cover, but I think you had an opportunity to get away there. All right, so Sombra. So tell me, David, what are the key things that you have to work on when you're playing the Sombra from now on?
Especially on my translocator position, that it's with my supporters or close to my team, so I can get back into the fight really quickly. And always take off angles in a fight, or in a farming situation, so that I can farm as long as possible before I have to translocator out. And also always be, when I'm in such a position, always be on aware of hacks or anything so that I can translocator out at any given time.
How about hack usage? How should we be using hacks?
Only for targets out of position if it can get value, but else I should avoid hacking or just farm. Only like Diva, so I can interrupt her matrix that I can farm more easily. the only thing I realized when I was playing against Evo with Sombra. When I'm in setting up for an EMP, the whole team has to be able to follow up on that EMP. And it should be in a great position where I'm already set up in the position where I can EMP from. The Translocator, farming, hack usage, setting up for EMP. Always be in the mindset that if I don't have EMP, I want to farm it as quickly as possible.